A pen has been found. Perhaps this won't be so bad after all.
Which caused problems. Want to know what problems?
You know what I'm thinking about right now? I'm not just thinking about those beans, you know. Look, I never wanted to make this episode. I never wanted to make an episode like this. I never imagined that I would have to. But here we are. Welcome, I guess, to a special episode of Skelly's Garage. And special in this case, as you can probably tell by my overall lovely demeanor, does not mean good. Why? Well, I'll tell you. This is a 2012 Toyota Camry. Is it 12? Hang on. This is actually a 2013 Toyota Camry. Very good. It is the LE model, which means nothing. It has a 2.5 liter 4-cylinder engine, a 6-speed automatic transmission, and most importantly, it's not mine. This car has been owned for a number of years now by my partner. And because I make incredibly wise and very fortunate investments in automobiles, such as this one, and this one, this car serves an important purpose. When all of the other cars are broken, this is the one that we use. But largely it sits unused because my partner Alyssa runs to work on a daily basis. They are really into running. Well, I have my own cars which generally work. However, right now they don't, which is very stressful for me. And so I've had to drive this, which is fine. It's a perfectly adequate automobile. It does the things. You put gas into it, and it drives. It doesn't even leak oil. There are only so many cars that you can own that leak oil before your house is deemed an EPA Superfund site. Luckily, this one does not. So you might be asking yourself a couple of questions. Number one, where are you? I'll tell you, I'm in the garage of my new house. Number two, why are you presenting the Camry? Well, like I said, it serves an important purpose. And number three, why is this a special episode? We recently had some rain, and whoever scheduled that rain didn't take into consideration that that was the same day in my neighborhood, which was trash day. What happened was, as the rain came down, dozens of unwittingly placed trash cans tipped over, littering trash into the street, which by itself is, like, not good. But also with a ton of rain that came down very quickly, that trash blocked the drains, which caused problems. Want to know what problems? Here's a picture. Yes, exactly. That sucks. So my task on this episode, and I am really, really hoping that I get this all done in like one take, is to remove the interior entirely and dry it out and clean out any disaster that this may have made. Because tomorrow we're driving to a wedding of our friends. And because neither Faf nor the Grey Lady are operational at the moment, we are taking this. However, because there is water in the car, it stinks. And the best part is, I may be standing in the garage of my new house. However, I haven't actually moved yet. In fact, that's happening in 5 days. So that means that I don't have the time to do this. I don't really want to do this. But it needs to get done, and I can't find someone else to do it. So, needs must, and here we are. I guess life doesn't always wait for the convenient time to flood your street and, you know, soak the carpets in your partner's Camry. Which is inconsiderate, if you think about it. Anyway, let's get to it. This is going to be fun, entertaining, and educational. The first step is to remove the rear back seat, as opposed to the front back seat. Yes, I know what you were thinking. Just like in FAF, actually, it just pops straight up. The problem with being inside this car is that presently, because it is so damp, it is quite like a jungle. That's not pleasant. A couple of bolts for us to remove the front seat. The same thing will happen on the front side as well. Luckily, Toyota designs their cars with the idea that eventually they may be serviced, unlike some people I know. And this should be rather a piece of cake.
Are you a 14? Why, yes you are.
Maybe I should get into Toyotas.
Honestly, I do have to say a Camry is an excellent second automobile to BMWs. Look at that. It's just so easy to get to. There's nothing to it.
It's the same 2 bolts that are behind the seat.
Oh, they're even the same ones. Of course, they're 4 of the same bolts. What could you possibly expect? This is a Toyota. It's made intelligently.
Aha! There it is.
Aha! Some screws! Screw. 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 2 bolts, 4 screws. And then the console comes out. Yay! I'm not upset about this at all. I think there are these 2 more screws. And honestly, that's it. I suppose we can take this out now. This is not the fanciest car. But it isn't meant to be, and it never was. This is a Toyota Camry. Sensible automobile transportation. And it comes with $1. No, that's a quarter. Wait, that's $1. It's a sack of They're even so generous as to put $1 under the trunk release mechanism. Honestly, this is brilliance in engineering. I'm not even being facetious. Does this car have its problems? Of course it does. Tell me, what other car can you spend 37 minutes just absolutely mucking about in and getting the front carpet out? None! Does this foam bit come out as well? Yeah, that's just drenched. A pen! A pen has been found. Perhaps this won't be so bad after all. Well, it's certainly wet. But it's not as wet as I thought. I mean, the carpet is certainly drenched. There's not really any standing water here, and you know, exactly. I think I am gonna take all of the carpets out because just, you know, we're already there, why not? Right, that's the seatbelt bolt out. Now the challenge is to see whether I'm going to be able to remove all this trim without opening the doors too much, because there's not a lot of space. Right. Now we need to release this cable from the clips that are here and get the carpet to go over them just like so. Same exact thing on this side here. Cooperate. And off we go. Just Just look at this disaster, right? Just look at this disaster. Under the floor carpet, there's this mat. It's peeing! All the offending carpet is out. Look at all these trees. And here's the, well, it's not really Skelly's garage as of yet, but maybe one day it will be the garage. Not in its current state though, it's very small. You may not know this, but one of the strongest, if not the strongest, detergent that you have in your house is dish soap. Apply it liberally to the carpet. Alright, now it's been a couple of hours. The carpets are hanging on the wall there, actually. The other thing is that I'd like to do some cleaning in here. I may have mentioned that the flood was on a trash day. First I'm going to do a vac, then I have a disinfectant and some brushes. We're going to try to get as much of this stinkiness out of here. You may also notice that there is a bit of padding here. To get that out it actually does look like it's pretty involved. It looks like I'd have to disassemble the transmission shifter and probably lift the actual dash. And to be honest, I'm not sure that I have that in me today. So I'm gonna do what I can. I've got a disinfectant and a cleaner that I'm gonna apply to this padding, and then we'll suck it out with the vacuum. Hopefully that will give us some refreshment. Anyway, enough blogging, let's get started. I have this now diluted, what was once a concentrated cleaner, and I'm going to just put it directly over here. So, I'm going to let that do its thing for just a moment here while I go get a brush. We're going to come back here. You saw the comically large brush. We're going to brush it out a bit, and then we'll use the shop vac to clean it up. It's time to deploy the comically large brush. If you're asking yourself, what does it smell like just now? Well, if you've ever washed a big dog in a tub, it's kind of like that. Turns out this little dingus shop vac actually does pretty well. This is pretty dry. Alright, now that that's done, I'm gonna go mix up some more cleaner, grab some towels, and we're gonna just clean up the floors in here, just make sure everything's dry, trash water less. And then I suppose we can start putting things back together. Look, all the floors have been scrubbed. All of those carpets there, that part has been cleaned, that part has been cleaned, that part has been cleaned. They all released a bunch of icky, gross water. And, but now it's been scrubbed. Now it's been disinfected. The floors look fantastic. And, whew, the light went out. There we go. And, now I'm gonna charge this, and, then we're gonna put it back together. Let's wrap this up. Presently it's pretty late. So, to demonstrate the supremacy of Toyota, I am going to start a timer now, and we'll see how long it takes for me to put back the interior just the way that it was. Let's go. 14 seconds on the clock. Everything, like, wants to go back, so it's not difficult. Are you ready for carpet? I think so. 8 minutes in. I've got all of the padding and the driver's carpet in. this meticulously cleaned thing is actually not that bad. You know what I'm thinking about right now? I'm not just thinking about those beans, you know. But I'm thinking about how long it took me just to take the seats out of the E39. I think the thing that gets me most about this, right, is that you're less likely to have to do work on a Toyota than you have to do work on a BMW. Like, this is not an opinion. This is a stated fact, right? Yet when you do have to do work on a Toyota, the design of it, the engineering of it, is that makes it so much easier to accomplish whatever it is that you're trying to do. I'm just remembering how much effort it took to remove the rear suspension on the E39. Alright, I did say I wasn't going to do very much blogging. That was obviously a lie. Clippy clip, clip clip. Update, it's 19 minutes and 52 seconds have passed. Oh. You should ideally plug these things in before you put them in, just as a best practice, really. It's not entirely necessary, but it helps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Well, it's a Japanese car, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. I can do that one too. I will admit it was easier to take this apart than it is to put it back together. But, like, generally speaking, that tends to be the case. Come on. Naturally, but of course. Right. I know it's not important, but I want to finish putting this together in the 2 minutes that my memory card has left. And honestly, because I only have 2 bolts to put in, I will. The last bolt may not be tightened yet, but it's been 1 hour, 11 minutes, and 21 seconds since we began. My memory card's about to end, so I'll follow up separately. But this was fun. We should do it again sometime. And by that I mean literally never again. Oh wow, it's still going.
Alrighty, we've returned from the wedding, and I know the question that's burning on your mind. Did taking apart the Camry and cleaning everything comprehensively work? Is the car still stinky? Do I still believe in the supremacy of Toyota? Yes, mostly no, and yes. While I can't really think of a Toyota that I really want to buy at the moment, except maybe the Corolla GR, I think Toyotas are fantastic, and I think that the company itself deserves a lot more praise. I know I'm channeling Scotty Kilmer right now, but Toyota is #1 by a wide margin. No one does it like Toyota does. Anyway, that's gonna be it for this special episode. I know this is not the content that we traditionally have. Oh, there are my glasses. But believe you me, work has been proceeding, and we will be back with the traditional type of Skelly's Garage content very soon. As always, a huge thank you to you for watching, and a reminder that if you haven't subscribed, it's fairly easy and it helps grow the channel. And, as always, a huge thank you to my patron subscribers who are helping making this channel happen. Although, I guess if you were just tracking the YouTube feed, not much has happened. But anyway, stay tuned. There's a lot of stuff coming your way. And so that's that. My name is Sam. This is a 2013 Toyota Camry. And Skelly's Garage is about a mile that way. We'll see you next time.